Okay, let's kick it off.
Except for I just choked up my drink.
That's the perfect time to start the stream.
Yeah.
There's the coughing right in my ear. That's perfect. Why are you the closest one to the microphone?
I don't know. I'm really trying not to cough again.
Do you need some water?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
That was the problem.
Oh, okay. Went down the wrong hole.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey guys, welcome to Dragon's Keep TV. We are live from Dragon's Keep in Orem, Utah. And I'm going to mute my ear real quick, 1 second, because I'm talking in my head. Okay, sorry, let's go back to that again. Hi, welcome to Dragon's Keep TV. We are live from Orem, Utah, and we are playing here in the basement of Dragon's Keep, where we've set up this nice room to stream from. As I mentioned on our last Facebook post, and if you look around the table and you were here last week, you'll see we've got a new face. If you would like to play along with us, then send an email to me at dragonskeeptv@gmail.com, and let's see if we can work you in. We have a guest here tonight. This is Philip.
Hi, my name's Philip. Really excited to be here.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, Philip's somebody I talked to back in January, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And talked about being on the show, and glad to have you. Also, a big shout out to our latest followers, Wolfleaf. If you have a number in your name, I'm just gonna say the numbers. So that's the 5TYR. I don't know if it's 5-tier or if it's like kind of satire kind of thing. Who knows? Acidic Win and Bobo the Bobo, which that is a great handle. I appreciate that. And Emotional Cyborg, thank you all for following us. We appreciate it. We're glad that you're here.
Good names.
Yeah. Mine's not so clever. It's just Brightbit. That's it. Okay. We're going to put that down and let's get into it. Today we are missing Troy and Jared, and we hope that they get the chance to tune in. Jared's traveling and Troy got pulled away for an emergency. So tonight we have our crew here. Let's start with Mark. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us the name of your character. And
I'm Mark. I'm playing Eddie, the trickster cleric, and been playing D&D since the mid-'80s. 5th edition for about 4 years, and was a high school friend of Wright's.
Yep. That's how we got him here.
Yep.
I said, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. He said, I'm doing it with you.
Yep.
That's pretty much how it went. Go ahead, Philip.
I'm Philip. I'm playing technically an Azamar warlock / sorcerer.
Nice.
And I've been playing since the late 90s. I came in on the tail end of 2nd edition.
Beautiful.
And yeah.
Cool. Great. Go ahead, Cameron.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I've been playing D&D for like 6 years-ish. I love it a little bit too much. I'm playing a little forest gnome. He's a rogue. He's so cool. I love him so much and so dearly, and he will live forever. His name's Sully, and I don't have any chocolate milk today, which is really sad. So instead, I have a soda that I'll be drinking. Yeah, that's my update.
All right. Let's do this real quick. We're gonna show you guys this screen. People are watching anyway. And then we've got a squeaky chair. I'm not going to say whose it is.
It's mine.
But we're going to try that out.
Okay. Sorry. I was wondering if it was coming over on the stream.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Take this black one.
Okay. Oh, might be.
And we'll just create a fire hazard and block the door. It's not the worst situation, fire hazard, than you and I have been in.
Yeah, no. I don't even think they thought about it back in the day. I actually lived in a room lived in a room for a while as a kid. Had one entrance, no windows.
That was it.
That was it.
You were stuck.
And it was across the hall from a wood-burning fireplace. But
okay, well, we're
That
back
sounds
now.
a little
everybody got a little peek at Philip's character sheet there. That's fun. We'll bring up everybody else's. So we have a Warlock Sorcerer. We have a... Oh, I gotta switch him over here. That's right. Silly me. We have a Human Cleric. That's Eddie.
Eddie.
And we have Sully, our gnome, Soulblade Rogue. Not Soulblade,
Soul knife.
Soul Knife.
Which is a blade.
It is a blade.
Yeah,
You're
so
right.
it's
Thanks.
cool. Yeah.
Appreciate that. All right. I think we're all set then. Traveling with us also tonight are Lady Sylvana, the emissary for the Silver Dragon at Dragon's Keep up on the mountain, and a young... did we ever say what color Dragonborn it was?
The
green?
KJ?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
think it was green, yeah.
Was it green? Holy cow, I don't have it in my notes. I was just
I remember.
like scrolling frantically through my notes that I didn't have it anywhere. You know what? I'm going to write it down and now, so let it be written, so let it be done.
It's green.
Okay.
If there's any disputes, those are wrong.
Yep. Yep. I'm sure nobody is going to get mad about that. All right. And a young dragonborn, which has not been seen in, well, forever, almost. As long as anybody here has been alive, basically. Any dragonborn that are currently in Acroa are all metallic colors. So this one is pretty rare and interesting to a lot of people, as we learned in last session. Okay, you are meeting up with Lady Sylvana at the docks. And at the end of the dock is the Black Eagle, a three-masted sail ship that is currently loading up supplies and getting ready to head out. The first mate is up on the bow, just barking orders at people as different hands bring on barrels of food and stores and stuff and to start taking them below. There with you is Tobias and Kelvin, and Lady Sylvana is telling you what her plan is, basically. She says that she would like two of you to go ahead on a faster ship and make plans for everyone when they arrive at the mouth of the Harbinger River, while the two of you, Sully and Eddie, accompany her and this dragonborn on the ship. You're going to take a longer route to get there to make sure that nobody's following you. She says, I haven't exactly explained all this to the captain yet, but so when we get on board, if you'll let me do the talking, that would be wonderful. But as long as I have your support.
Yes, of course. Mine. I'd do whatever you'd like.
I'm so excited. It's been a while since I've been on the sea, like a couple weeks, I think. So this will be so much fun.
Yeah, our last sea voyage was very good. So hopefully we'll make
And it
this
was
one a
also
better
with
one.
this Dragonborn, so
Sure.
this one will be better.
Much better.
I'm like really excited to make it up. Yeah.
All right. She leads you up to the gangplank where the first mate and second mate are waiting for you up at the top. After asking permission to board the ship, they invite you on, and the first mate looks at you in... he's not terribly excited to be making way at this time of night, and Eddie, with your very perceptive senses, you notice that not a few of the men loading supplies on the ship are still a little bit tipsy from being out on the town, and you get the feeling that they might have been called back a little bit early from what they were doing. Lady Silvana gestures back at the dock where there's a large chest and a couple other of luggage type things and such. And she says to the first mate, she says, Mr. Vinson, you will find your payments there in the chest and my belongings as well, if you would have someone load them up. I would like to be on our way as quickly as possible. Yeah, well, first you're going to have to talk to the captain. He's got some questions for you. It seems that you haven't actually told us where we're going yet. The captain, if you look on the ship, let me get back to this. So let's describe what's up there. We've got the first mate. I'll move him over by you guys for now. That's this guy right here, Mr. Vinson. And with him is this man right here. Why don't you describe him to us real quick, Philip?
An elderly fellow. I have receding hair, gray, big chops on the side of my face, and a goatee. The right side of my face appears to have been, perhaps in the past, heavily injured. I have kind of a wince on one side. And I've adopted the standard clothing of anyone else on board the ship of a sailor.
Be cool. How tall are you?
I am 6 feet 1 inches.
Oh. A little bit taller than me.
You're
Just a little bit.
What are you, 3 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. The first mate, I did write down. The first mate is a dwarf. Mr. Vincent is a dwarf. You see a mix of dwarves and humans and gnomes on the ship. So we've got some other deckhands making preparations on the sails, coming up and down the stairs here, and bringing stuff on. The Silvana says, our agreement was that you would know where we're going once we're on our way. That's why I'm paying you so much. And you hear two of the deckhands grunt as they pick up this chest on the docks there. He says, well, the captain's not going to like it. He looks over at you, Gwynthil, and says, Mr. Gwynthil's here is going to be watching over you. He'll show you around the ship, where you can go, where you can't, and see to your quarters. Stay out of our way until we get out there, but the captain will be wanting to see you as soon as possible. As soon as we weigh anchor. And she nods politely and then looks expectantly at you, Mr. Gwynthil.
My lady. Gentlemen.
Hey,
Gentlemen,
how are
that's
you?
a new one for me.
I flourish my cape or my cloak that is kind of more cape length, and so glad to meet you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Well,
DM question: where is TJ? KJ.
KJ. KJ is going, for all intents and purposes, he'll be hanging out with Silvana. So wherever her avatar's at.
Okay.
Is he in disguise or?
He's in a cloak
Okay.
covering his face, and dressed in gnomish traveling clothes. Maybe they borrowed some of yours.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Love that.
So you have this other young passenger with her, and they keep him hooded and cloaked, and he's basically just clutching her robes as she's leading him around. But so wherever her avatar is on the ship, we'll put him there with her.
Okay.
Good question. Let's see. Let's take a tour of the ship, shall we?
Sure.
Okay, so we've got the forecastle up in the front. You can see a big ballista up there, as well as the mast. And at the front of the ship is a big carved eagle, with its beak reaching out over the water, and then they've got that foremast over there, right? That's the big figurehead on the front of the ship. In the middle of the ship, they've got this catapult type siege device right there. And those are the only armaments that are on the ship. It's a kind of a merchant marine type deal. It's mostly they're mostly travelers and not heavily armed necessarily, but they're mostly just transporting stuff and whatever. But they like to be prepared for whatever's coming up. Back in the back, you've got the helm. You see a female human up there. She is looking over charts and maps, and as the first mate comes back up the stairs, she's just like shrugging at him and waving a bunch of different charts around. He shrugs back and just shakes his head like, I don't know what's that going on. And she just, in a huff, just starts rolling stuff out on a little table up there and trying to figure out where they're going.
Oh, these poor people.
Yeah. So we'll put them back up there. This is the main deck that you guys are on. On that top map, it's grayed out, so you know that it's a little bit lower. There's doors in the back. You've got the captain's cabin, the boardroom or stateroom right there. That's where the captain's hanging out right now. In the front is where your quarters are going to be, these 6 beds up there. So you'll get berthed up in there. Lady Sylvana and KJ will get their own room down below. They're going to displace one of the mates or somebody like that down below. And then if you would just scroll down on that real quick. On this one. No, here you go.
Nice.
Hang on one second. Okay, is my mouse over there?
Yeah.
Okay, here. Got that. And then just scroll down. You'll see the rest of the ship.
This is so weird.
Maybe I have Philip
There
do
we
it.
go. Down to here?
Yeah, there's one more.
All right.
There we go. Okay. And then down below you've got the lower deck. There's some bunks for the first mate. Gwenthiel's bunk is down there as well as the second mate. And there's also the cook up here in the front of the boat. And that's the galley up there. So you'll eat down there. And then below there's a bunch of hammocks strewn up amongst all of their different cargo and whatnot. Basically. And they're traveling very light. So what they're bringing on is basically just food and stuff like that for their trip, but no real cargo or anything like that. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and scroll back up to the top.
You got it.
And yeah, let me see that mouse back again. Thanks. All right. So after the tour, anything that might stand out to them as you're giving the tour around there?
Anything that might stand out to them?
Yeah.
About the ship?
About the ship or about you?
No. About the ship? No, nothing stands out. If you've been on a ship before, it looks like many of those. And as I described myself, I'm not particularly strong looking. Just look like a typical sailor, and nothing really stands out about me besides what I've described previously.
Okay.
Fantastic.
All right.
How curious, because it seems like the captain and the first mate are pretty not excited.
No. You haven't met the captain yet, but the first mate
Oh, sure.
is.
At least the navigator.
Yeah, the navigator up there is also
very not excited.
not excited.
How are you looking demeanor-wise? Are you pretty?
I look hardened, but good-natured. You can tell by my face.
Nice.
But I don't have any qualms with you guys coming aboard.
Nice.
I have looked you over, and
So Gwenthiel, how long have you been a sailor?
16 years.
Wow, that's quite a I'm barely older than that, so that's fantastic. Congratulations. What is the main? Where's your port of call? Where is the ship located normally?
Oh, well, I actually only recently came on.
To this ship. Okay, this is a new berth for you.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So, like the big weapons that were on like the top, the catapult and the ballista
yeah,
thing.
of course.
Who usually mans those?
Well, we have crew, some assigned.
Oh, okay.
In a
You do.
pinch, in a pinch, any of the crew are minimally trained to operate those devices.
Okay, and since we're on the ship and sailing it, well, it wouldn't be too far to consider us part of the crew, right? So I mean, maybe we need to take a couple practice shots to kind of get used to the weaponry system, or
No, certainly not.
okay.
I think that was a commendable idea because we're very capable, but at these kinds of distances that you're looking at sea, we may not be as much help unless we were able to help with these armaments.
Make no mistake, you will, in the chance that we are overtaken by any who might pursue you, or pirates, or what have you, you will be expected to help defend the ship.
Right,
Yes.
with the ballista, right?
No,
The catapult thing?
no,
Do you have like a third weapon hidden away somewhere?
no.
Or I tried.
It's okay. We'll figure something out another time.
All right. Soon the sails are raised and the anchor is raised and the boat is soon on its way away from the dock. You hear some of the sailors grumbling about how they're light. A couple of crew members didn't quite make it back to the ship. Let's see, what else might you hear? Maybe while you were down near the cook is also complaining about what he's supposed to do with this just random bag of provisions that they brought him on short notice, and why, how could he possibly, keep everybody from getting scurvy without any, maybe they didn't get any limes. How about that?
Okay.
No limes at all, no fruit,
Oh,
and he's
dear.
upset about that.
Do we
How long are we going to be aboard
Yeah, that was
that we
my
need to worry about
question,
scurvy? Okay.
I hope not.
Okay.
It's more like the onset of it for
Okay.
them, and then they are
I
continued
get
at sea, right? We'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay, and soon enough, the first mate has called you guys all into the captain's quarters, so we're gonna move you down into here. Doot, doot. I gotcha. Okay. Not locked on right now, so. All right. In the big boardroom, you meet Captain Darrington. Captain Darrington's a gnome, and you notice that his chair at the top of at the head of the table is raised up a little bit higher than everybody else's, and the table itself is actually a little bit lower than it normally might be too. Everybody else's chairs are a little bit lower than they might normally be too, so the table feels a little high to you, and you're basically, except for Sully, you're basically looking at him eye to eye almost. He is looking over a bunch of charts that the navigators brought to him, and also referring to a big almanac of weather forecasts and such, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. He gestures at all of it and he says, "Well, what am I supposed to do with all of this? Are you going to tell me where we're going now or what?" Lady Sylvana says, "As I mentioned to your first mate, you are being paid handsomely to ferry only us, and I've covered all of your costs for a regular ship, everything that was asked of me by your first mate for this voyage. I only asked for a little bit of discretion to make sure that we are not followed by anyone, and I hope that that discretion will carry over to your crew once we leave the ship as well." The captain looks a little bit offended by that. He says, discretion. If there's anybody who knows how to be discreet, it's the Black Eagle. You'll find plenty of discretion. Now, would you please tell us where we're going? She says, I would like to, and she pulls a chart, a couple of charts over, and brings over, let me bring up the map real quick. Oh, you guys won't see the map necessarily, but let me bring it up on here.
The Black Eagle, that's the name of
The ship.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the name of the ship. Dude. Hey, there's my voice now.
When you choke on your drink again and start coughing.
Yeah.
That'll
Kick it back
do it.
up.
Okay, we gotta start over from the beginning.
Oh, wow, okay.
No, still. Oh, there we go. It'd help if I unmuted my mic or my computer too.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be sure that I know what we're talking about.
It usually does the trick.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna go back to this scene in the cabin. I don't know exactly when we cut out. If anybody in the chat knows when we did, then let me know. What was the last thing that you heard? Okay. Lady Sylvana has drawn out a map for where she wants to go, and Cameron was about to give us a name for what this passage is called.
Yeah. So it's just horizontal strip that just kind of cuts across the entire sea that's available to sail across.
Right.
So it can be called the Vein of Calamity.
The Vein of Calamity. That's very foreboding. That's sufficiently foreboding.
Sufficiently foreboding. That is exactly what I wanted to go for.
Okay. Oh, so we didn't miss too much. All right. The navigator says, not the Vein of Calamity. We can't sail through
I
there.
think I have a similar reaction.
Yes.
Actually. It's terrifying.
What rumors, let's come up with some rumors about this place. What rumors have your characters heard about this Vein of Calamity? And it's V-E-I-N.
Yes.
Not weather vane.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And not vain as in self-absorbed.
Yeah,
It's-
oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's
It's very,
the vein, yeah.
very self-absorbed calamity.
Vanity is a calamity.
What's Eddie heard about this?
Just that ships go in and they don't come out. They just if there's a ship that was sailing through that area, then they'll just disappear. Sometimes a lot of times people will make it through no problem, but that's what happens. And that they're of course, whenever you have a situation like that, it's rumored to be crazy beasts. Maybe it's a sea creature or something like that that's attacking these ships. But there's been no first-hand accounts that have returned, and some that have are more like crazy people probably.
Yeah,
that people go, oh, okay, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nobody actually believes that they went through?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of rumors. What has Sully heard about the...
Sully has heard that there's when a ship goes through, it sometimes comes out, but when it does, there's only one survivor, and they're haunted for the rest of their days
Nice.
by their shipmates, and they can't remember what happened, but they just have terrible dreams.
What about Gwyntheil? Has he ever made this passage through in his whole 16 years?
In his whole 16 years,
Yes.
he has come close, but never made the passage through the Vein of Calamity.
Okay. So it's got quite the reputation. People avoid it like the plague, and a lot of strange stuff goes on in there. Well, it sounds like then Lady Sylvana's going to need some help convincing the captain to make this trip.
Do I want to help Lady Sylvana convince the captain?
Well, I will say, well, the one thing that most of these ships have been missing is somebody like myself that is imbued with an unnatural amount of luck. And that's why I pull out my coin, I flip it in the air, slam it on the table, and I say, it's heads. And lift my hand up, and it is, and I put it back. I am extremely lucky, and you're lucky to have me. So if randomness is involved, I should help sway those tides in our favor.
Let's see how superstitious the captain is. The
Complete of luck.
captain says, I don't put much, I put about as much weight and luck as I do in this. He spits in his hand, and then he wipes it off on whoever's sitting closest to him.
Okay.
Oh. Well, if you, don't put much stock in fate and luck, then it shouldn't be much of a problem to just sail across this, which is mainly superstition and rumor.
I lost it. Who knows where it went? He says, I don't put much. And he gets a little huffy about it, right?
Yeah.
He says, I said, I don't put much weight in it, but I've got 25 men on this ship that do. And if you want to make it through there, we're going to need all of them.
Well, I can help keep them alive. So, it's one of the good things, again, about having me around.
Yeah. And I can help keep them spirited. We'll, make sure that they get... imagine the tales that they can tell. When they go to the bars and taverns now, people want to buy them a drink for their sailing stories. Oh, we can paint it as a good thing, as an awesome thing for them.
Captain, stop me if I speak out of turn, but I haven't been on this ship long, as you know, and you know your crew far better than I do. But in the time that I have served with them and commiserated with them, I do hear them speak of the terrors of the vein of calamity. But when they do, it is only externally. They are bold. This I have seen.
Why don't you make a persuasion check with advantage?
Whoa. I feel
Good.
convinced.
Persuasion. 22.
22. That's with advantage, you roll twice?
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
didn't. I rolled a 19. So 22.
The captain looks over at the navigator, and she goes...
But think about the
And
renown
then
of
the
this
captain-
ship
and the
being the
captain looks-
only ship
Yeah.
to ever cross through the vein of calamity.
But then the captain waves her off, and he says, I think you're right. I think the boys will like a good story to tell when this is all done. Yeah. And he pulls the map up and he hands it over to her, and she just dejectedly, just white as her face just goes white, and she dejectedly walks out of the stateroom and back up to her post.
The poor navigator.
All right. The captain says Mr. Gwenthil, you're dismissed. Show them to their rooms and make sure that everything is stowed. And he looks at the first mate. He says, Vincent, we have your payment. And Vincent nods. And he says, excellent. As long as everything is ordered then, we set sail south.
Oh man, these poor sailors didn't know where they were going when they got on the ship, and then they got on and found out they're going to the one place no sailor ever does go or wants to go. Oh, these poor guys, but...
I believe I have some rapport with them. I can reassure them.
Honestly, anything you say, I would be willing to do for you. You have a very nice, soothing voice. You command yourself well. I'm enthralled. I am so pumped now.
I'm flattered.
I think these guys can do it. I don't know them, but I believe in them.
Remind me of your names.
I'm Sully.
Sully.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Eddie.
Should get name tags
Yeah.
in the future,
We
right?
should.
Well,
That's a great idea, Lady Sylvana. I love it.
It is good to have you aboard.
Thank you.
No, you expressed some interest. I know I shut you down, but in the ballista, what are you just?
I'm a pretty natural shot, if I say so myself. I've had quite a bit of practice and expertise, if I may even be so bold, in manning large weapons of war. I think that I could be quite an asset if you give me a chance to prove myself.
Well, I think the risk of any threat has been increased drastically with this knowledge that we will be passing through the vein of calamity.
Well, if you need someone, I will take it upon myself to help man those.
Don't
I,
take
no,
it upon yourself.
You don't need to say it. I hear you loud and clear. I will absolutely help.
All right, ladies.
Which one do you want me to do either one?
Only at my command, or the second mates, or the
Sure.
captains.
Or if we're in danger.
I can't wait to see you just loading up that catapult.
Yeah, with my restraint.
Great.
All right, Lady Sylvana says to you, with the route that we're taking here, if anyone is following us, if we see anyone, they will clearly be here following us. We'll know.
Actually, if I may volunteer some of my own services, I'm a pretty observant person. If you want me to be on watch in the crow's nest, I could probably help out with that.
Lady Sylvana says that she would love for you to be on watch.
Sure.
And be diligent in making sure that
I can do all of those things for
we're all
sure.
good. And then she'll retire down below. And we'll leave you guys back up on the deck.
Shall I escort you?
How are you escorting her, or are you
Her.
keeping? Oh yeah, sure, that would be great.
Okay.
That'll give Sully a chance to get up on the ballista. And no, just kidding. The other crew, the other deckhands will definitely keep you away from anything like that as well.
Yeah,
I'll gesture to anyone within view to keep an eye on him.
All right.
I don't touch it, but I definitely walk around to inspect it, try to acquaint myself with its mechanisms.
By the time you get back up on deck, word is already spread about where you're going.
Oh, nice.
You hear whispers that you can't quite make out, and you see people looking at you out of the corner of their eye, and then they'll turn to the person next to them, and the person next to them will just shake their head or just give you the look of death as this is going on. And it takes about a day to sail down to the tip of this middle island that you're going to sail around. During that day, we're going to give you a chance to try and keep the crew's morale up a little bit. So the captain seemed to take to this idea that maybe they would let their boldness shine through, that this would be a chance for them to really test their mettle. But it doesn't seem that all of them are too keen on doing that. Particularly the ship's cook, who is, what name did I give the cook? Oh yeah, Bruno.
Yeah.
Who we don't talk about. The ship's cook is a large human, the best fed person on the boat, of course.
Of course.
And let's see. And he is not at all excited about going through the vein. Should we call it the vein or the calamity? The vein.
The vein, yeah.
We'll call it the vein for short. And you notice it that night when he is bringing your meals out, and yours seem a little bit colder. your stew is a little bit colder than the rest, and has less meat in it than the rest of what you notice from around you. So let's talk about some ways that you might buoy up the morale of the crew. And this is important in that, so I'm using the rules from Saltmarsh, where the quality of the crew will matter later if you guys do come into conflict with somebody. Cool. And part of that quality is based on their morale. And so if they have, let's say that their morale has slipped their crew quality down from a 3 to a 2, for instance.
Okay.
So that consider that like their proficiency bonus to being able to do stuff. Make sense?
Mhm.
So if their morale is slipped a little bit, it's going to negatively affect their performance. And if it slips down, you could even get negative. You can go below 0, which you definitely don't want.
Got it.
So, as Sully is, well, let's start with Eddie. You're the most perceptive,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you would have noticed the cook's attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You would have tasted his displeasure.
Sure. Yeah.
What's Eddie going to do to? Is he stepping up? Is he just going to ignore it? What's he going to do?
No. First off, Eddie just woofs down everything that he's given and just compliments to the chef. This is absolutely fantastic fare on such short notice. What was his name again? Bruno, on such short notice and with such inconvenient accommodations, you have produced a masterpiece for us all. Thank you so much. This crew's lucky to have such a fantastic cook.
So you're going to go with flattery.
Sure.
Flattery will get you pretty
A
far.
lot of places.
Okay. Okay, make a flattery check. Let's go with persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a great one for me. I'm going to go ahead and flip that coin in the air again as I'm complimenting. Catch it, roll it across my knuckles, put it back in my pocket, and give myself guidance.
Okay.
And then I will try to persuade this guy. 18 plus, I think it's nothing. Persuasion, yep.
Okay.
Plus my 3, so 21.
All right. He is very flattered. He grunts a little bit at first.
And I actually kind of point at it. Is there any extra? Because I'd love another bowl.
He is flattered enough that he takes your bowl and brings you back another one, a little bit warmer, straight out of the pot this time.
Fantastic.
Hasn't been sitting around on the counter for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Up on the deck, Sully. I actually made this guy a gnome. I don't know. That's fine. It's fine. There's a gunner up on the deck. And as you continue to get closer and closer to this ballista up in the front, this other gnome, who everyone calls Weasel, is constantly shooing you away or otherwise trying to keep you away from everything. And you can tell that he's not particularly excited about, like he's looking over all the armaments and constantly trying to figure out if the harpoons that they have are big enough for whatever they're going to come across, and just shaking his head, and he's like, oh, we should have gotten more,
So it's pretty easy to recognize that he is, I guess, the gunner.
Yes.
Great. Okay. I want to launch into a series of questions about the machinery, how it works, his tales of how has he had to use it before, how many times, or other types of questions, or how. Yeah, mostly just focusing on that.
Okay. Let's make a persuasion then. That sounds like a persuasion as well.
Trying to bait him into relive some good tales and
Okay.
feel more
Okay.
accomplished than he sees himself. Okay, that's good. Plus 4 is 21.
All right. He is fairly convinced that, or distracted. Let's say he's
Sure.
distracted from he stops worrying so much about how many harpoons they've got on board and whether or not they're sharp enough. And after about 30 minutes or so, you've got him distracted enough that he's talking more about machinery and about the best shot he ever made, stuff like that.
Cool. I'm not acting. I'm just so awe-inspired.
I know.
By these stories and just saying, that's so cool. I can't believe you did that. And just, I guess, trying to help him feel more confident in his ability.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
not as worried.
his insight check is high enough to know that you're totally sincere.
Yeah.
That Sully does care about all that. Winthiel, do you carry your weapon around with you?
No.
Okay. How is it? What's his tactic for just keeping order?
For
on the
keeping
ship?
order?
Yeah. Who's the disciplinarian out of you and the first mate? Who's the disciplinarian? Who's the friend of the crew? What's your?
I'd say the first mate's probably more the disciplinarian.
He's the bad cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I feel like I command respect among the crew because I have been very resolute when I've had to discipline anyone.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm sincerely interested in each of them and have spoken with them.
Okay. Awesome. Well, you already persuaded the captain. What story would he tell them about something that happened on another ship of his that would help to convince them that they can make it through?
I would tell them about the time that we nearly entered the vein. And I didn't witness any of the things that have been rumored, but it did seem very bleak. There was a strange calm as we entered, or came near to entering. And at the second, just before we were commanded to turn the ship around,
Mm-hmm.
every one of us that was on deck was looking out onto the sea. And we looked at each other, and a calmness overcame all of us. We knew that we were with our brethren. And this emboldened us, and we resolved to go into this darkness and be heroes. And it truly was a letdown when the ship turned around.
Nice. Okay, we'll raise up their morale by 2. So we'll go from a 3 to a 5. That's very, very convincing. The next morning, though, you're standing up on deck, early up, and one of the deckhands on watch that morning, or no, let's think of the navigator again. She doesn't care. But she heard your speech, and as you come up the next morning, she looks at you, and then she waves off in the distance, and she says, "Calmness." And you look over, and there's just a giant storm front, and lightning is playing through it, and it looks just like a wall of black. And, but momentarily, people are still buoyed up by your tales of that this might be an adventure for them, or something that they can carry on with. All right. Eddie, you have been keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
And about the same time that you hear a cry from up above, you notice a ship off in the distance.
Behind us? Or?
Yeah, behind you. I actually got a picture of it. Let's bring it up.
I wonder if he's using the same wind we are using.
What is that from?
Princess Bride.
That's right. Thanks. I should have known that. There we go.
Is it coming out of the vein or
No,
behind us?
this is it's spooky weather and stuff like that. But the weather's all clear behind this ship. This is just the one I found.
No, I
It looks
like
really
it.
scary. So let's take it back here. This ship is coming up on you, and coming up pretty fast.
Okay.
It's got more sails than you, and seems to be Seems to be catching on.
Is there any chance that we recognize it, or that anyone on board recognizes it?
Any flags it has?
It is flying a flag that only one person on board recognizes. And I don't think he's telling anybody yet. So everybody, though, is watchful of it. What do you tell Lady Sylvana?
That I see a ship that's potentially following us. At least they're going in the same direction, and they have more speed under their wind, under their sails than it seems that we do.
She's very worried about that and is looking out at this ship, and she says, "I don't know. Were you followed to the docks? Is there anyone that you told that we were leaving?"
Nope. We wouldn't have. I don't believe. I mean, we left our bolt hole that we were.
No. No one knows that I left.
She says, "Nevertheless, this is not good." And she says, "I'm going to go speak to the captain and see what preparations we might have to make." Put this back away.
I'll skip over to Weasel and be like, "How can I help? Which one do you want me to do? I can do either the catapult or the ballista."
Right on. Everybody's watching it very anxiously. Let me get back to this here. Okay. And they are starting to gather up weapons and supplies, and but they are mostly pushing you out of the way and keeping away from it.
Go figure.
As the ship continues to approach through the morning, the
So we sailed through the night, and this is occurring in the morning.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is that morning that you've noticed it. Throughout the day and close to the afternoon, it's finally close enough that you can see the flag. Or as it approaches, you see the flag on the top, and it is a set of gears
Okay.
on golden on a black field.
Okay.
The ship gets close enough that you can start to make people out on it, and you see a thin man standing next to a much larger dark metallic figure wearing a big captain's hat. And
Tobias, no.
right? As he gets close enough that you can see through, not telescopes, what do they call them?
Spyglass.
Spyglasses, thank you. He is warforged and looks very different than Tobias. Where Tobias looks semi-personable, this one looks very much as if he is built for one thing, and that's just smashing stuff.
Huh.
The thin man beside him speaks up, and you can hear his voice clearly from
The distance.
from the distance. He says, "Captain Ironsoul demands that you lower your sails and prepare to be boarded. There is one on your ship carrying what rightfully belongs to him."
Iron Soul.
Yes.
Dang, I'm gonna tell Tobias to take that last name. That's awesome.
Does anyone want to reply to him?
Well, I don't know. Do we feel like we can?
Where's the captain?
The captain is coming up from below now.
How close are we to the vein?
Very close.
Okay.
You're close enough that, in fact, you can see that the captain is discussing with the navigator whether or not you can make it to the vein
Before we're taken?
before you're overtaken.
How big is their ship compared to ours? I know it has like more sails.
Yeah,
is it-
more sails, and it's probably it's longer, maybe half again as long,
Okay.
and maybe a third again as long, something like that. Anyway, it's and that's helping it to overtake you as well.
Yeah.
I will. I'll try replying, and I'll just say, well, that's kind of interesting because we don't really have any cargo that belong to anyone. So,
Well, I mean,
sorry,
the cargo belongs to someone, right?
no.
Oh no, he doesn't.
He's a person. Who does he belong to but himself?
Oh yeah, that's.
You don't own people, at least not in my reckoning.
Wow. But does that? Wow, I'm confused now. His cargo is like innately. Sully's on a little. He's just thinking to himself.
All right.
No, don't need to do that.
The figure next to this says, Captain Ironsoul claims ownership of all living weapons. You will surrender the weapon and its illegitimate possessor at once, or you will see the full might of his own arsenal.
Living weapons. Isn't that biological? Wasn't that like outlawed in this huge like convention that happened a while ago between different cities?
I think I remember what you're talking about, but I don't know for sure. But well, we refute that claim, and you do not own anything on the ship.
Are you guys pirates? I don't know if they can hear me. I can't make my voice very loud, but I just shouted for the heck of it.
They can hear you. You're shouting, but it seems like this man can hear you, and he turns and talks to.
So he's doing some kind of communication.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be.
Nice. Whisper, can you hear me now?
Lady Sylvana asks the captain if he knows anything about a weapon, but when she hears that, though, she seems a little bit more relaxed. She's still just barely. Let me get the map back up here for me. She is keeping this dragonborn hidden still. He's definitely like maybe behind the rails and behind maybe even the stairs. But she says to the captain, "We're not carrying any living weapon. Do you know what he's after?" And the captain shrugs as well.
Well, I turned back and I yelled over to the other ship or tried to communicate with it and say, when you say living weapon, are you speaking of Warforged like obviously Captain Iron Soul?
And is that
Because
so
there
like
are
his-
no Warforged on this ship.
He says the one who, let's see. He says no Warforged, but one who possesses. But all living weapons belong to Warforged, and those who possess them are usurpers of what is rightfully theirs. You will stop now. We will give you a taste of what is to come if you do not. And the captain steps aside, and you see behind him this giant cannon through the spyglasses. And it's ornately carved. It's got gold inlay.
Oh.
And there's nobody manning it. The captain simply walks over to it and places his hand on it, and you see it start to glow. The edges of it light up. And then inside of it is this green light that starts to build up and then just blasts out at the ship.
Oh dear.
I need, let's see how good his aim is. Oh, that's pretty good. The ship is rocked, so the ships have a damage level
Yes.
above what would actually hurt them. But in this case, you see splinters come off of some of the rails, and the ship just reels as it starts to get hit by as this green energy just blasts into it. Those on board that are on the deck, which are all of you right now, take 3 damage as well, just from getting knocked around.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go to the captain.
Okay.
And as low a voice as I can use and still be heard, I'm going to tell him, Captain, we cannot be boarded by this man. He is a murderer. He will slaughter all of us.
The captain curses and looks at you and he says, "You know this person? You know this Iron Soul?"
I have heard credible tales of his exploits.
He says, "If we live through this, you're going to be answering a lot of questions." And he waves at the navigator to start turning into the storm. And instead of skirting along the side of it, she brings the ship around and you start making your way directly that way.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Sylvana grabs the Dragonborn and brings him down back underneath the decks as he's rattled as well. Let's see if anybody noticed. Okay. And you guys watch as they start to load up this ballista and the catapult and start trying to fire back at this ship. Let's have you guys make the rolls for these guys. They have a +5 and from their proficiency bonus right now, from their morale.
Okay, nice.
So we're going to be making ranged attacks against them. And Sully, if you want, you can try and make a stealth check to maybe work your way into the...
I would like nothing more.
Okay.
Oh, not good. I'm going to use a superiority die. Sorry. A battle master and
Yeah.
everything. A psionic die. Try to increase that. Still not awesome. But it is plus a lot. So, 15.
Okay. That is not enough to get past
It's okay.
Weasel as you're trying to slip in while he's loading up another harpoon into this giant spear into this big ballista.
Respectable.
The ballista itself, they have to wait until the ship cuts back and forth through the wind, but every now and then they get a shot off. And the catapult can launch in almost any direction, though, as long as the mast is clear. So let's make some rolls for that. There is going to be so in total it'll be a +8 to hit.
Okay.
And we're just going to go kind of round by round. And let me bring up this ship again. That's a rowboat. There it is. Okay, the ship you're firing against has an armor class of an 18.
Oh, so 50% chance.
Sorry, its hull armor class is 15. If you wanted to try and hit something more specific, if you want to try and hit the helm or the sails, then they have different armor classes for that. So 18 for the helm and
Just 15 for the body of the
15
ship.
for the body of the ship.
I don't know. You think you should go for something more strategic, or just try
Always
to do
the same.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
the
Okay.
nest.
All right.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. All right, let's make some rolls then.
Okay.
Okay.
They're going to roll as well to hit you. So you guys can go first, though.
Who's rolling, and what are we rolling?
You guys are rolling d20s +8.
Okay.
And how many times? One each? or?
Yeah, one each.
Sure.
That'd be great.
Here goes nothing.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right
All
on.
right. I did not get as good.
They're able to hit you once as well. Okay. And
I
what do you
rolled a
got?
6. I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Right, 15 plus 8, 23.
Yeah, great. So 2 hits. They scored 2 hits against you as well as you're traveling along. Let's see. So roll for damage. The ballista. Let's get 1 hit with the ballista. That's 3d10 damage. And 1 hit with the catapult. That's 5d10.
Do you want to roll that? Go ahead.
Well, you got the natural 20, right? You should.
Well, yeah, I guess I do. Yeah, which one?
Which one do you want?
Which one
Do
was
the
I
5d10.
firing? Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna give me double damage, can I do the 5d10? I don't know if you are. I don't know if that's gonna work.
Let's
But-
let's put you on the ballista
Okay.
and you on the.
So the ballista's 3.
Yeah, 3d10. Any more 10-sided dice as well.
Oh, that's terrible. 8. 3, 3, and 2.
Here, how many do you need?
Oh, I got a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah. 8?
Yes.
Oh.
I rolled a 3, 3, and a 2.
Well, then double it.
Oh, okay, so 16.
Okay. Good deal.
Okay.
I could have really done some damage, dang it.
So let's see. That's 19 plus 5, 24.
24?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys are trying to take out the sails, the mast?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Fortunately, that's not quite enough. They, however, are also shooting at you with this big cannon. 12, 13, 20, and 10, 15, 19, 28. The ship is in bad shape.
Our ship?
Yeah, the Black Eagle is in bad shape. Theirs is not doing as well. Theirs is not doing well either, but they are close enough now that you need to start worried about getting taken over and getting boarded. That would also put them in range. Let's put them at 60 feet. So
Okay.
anyone with any magic abilities at this point, you can bring those to bear as well.
Okay. Cool.
But that's also too close. The range for the catapult has a minimum range, and it can't hit targets within 60 feet. So,
So we're close enough that we can see the individuals who are manning their weapons?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, I will definitely cast an attack spell on one of the people manning machinery once they're within range.
Okay.
So.
All right, let's roll for initiative then.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that everybody's close enough for
My
some
favorite words.
other stuff. They've got an 11. All right, what's Sully got?
That's a 13.
Okay. Eddie?
Same.
13. Okay.
12.
12.
Look at
All right,
us
so you guys are all
sticking
going
together,
first.
staying as a
Might
crew.
get out of here.
We'll see.
Okay, let's start with Sully.
Great. Yeah, if there is someone who is, do they just have the one cannon? It looks like.
Yeah, so they have the one cannon mounted on the front, and then they have a ballista and other things as well. So you're out of range of their catapult right now, but they could still shoot the ballista. It's
Sure.
they're trying to take aim at the helmsman right now.
Sure. No, that makes sense. All right. In that case, I would like to just try to if they're coming up along a side, I want to position myself till I'm right behind a barrel and just barely peeking up with my small gnome head
Okay.
and try to hide myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
If that's okay. Use a pure psionic die for that too. That's going to be a 16 to hide.
Okay. All right.
And then I would like to take an action, and just when they're not looking, just condense some energy and feel a little bit of a headache, and just peek up and throw a little bolt of psionic energy at the whoever's loading the ballista before they get the chance to finally put it in. Try
Okay.
to make them drop it.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. That is a 17, and then do I have advantage because they don't see me,
Because
or
they rolled an 8 to see you, so
okay, cool.
you are hidden.
And that's a natural one, so I'll take the 17. 17 plus 5.
Okay. That's a
22.
hit.
Okay. And then that is 3d6 for sneak attack. Okay. 9 plus 3 is 12.
Okay.
12 points of psychic damage.
That one takes that guy out. Shunk.
Oh.
And he goes down, and you can see people trying to drag him off, and somebody else stepping up and trying to load up. You see that there are other warforged on this ship as well. It's not completely manned by warforged, but maybe about a third or more than you see in most other places.
Sure.
They're pretty
Okay.
rare. So cool.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it for me.
All right, Eddie.
All right, so I'll grab my shield and kind of be like, all right, let's get ready for this.
Yeah.
And then I will reach in my pocket, pull out my coin, flip it in the air, and cast Guiding Bolt at one of the members on the same, was it the ballista that they were firing at?
Yeah.
I'm going to hit another one of those to try to cut that crew down
Okay.
and make it more difficult for them potentially to man that. And so that'll be to 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, and that is 46, 8, 10, 13 damage.
That is enough as well.
Nice.
Okay. We'll say that their ballista is basically out of order then, as far as people are taking cover, and you've taken out 2 people who are trying to load it and aim it at the time. So
Nice.
excellent work.
Eric fist bumped Eddie.
All right, Gwynthio.
So I guess I have questions as far as like how we're aligned.
Yeah, so let's put their ship behind yours and to the port.
So
So
to the port.
yeah.
Okay. And
so
the
if
ballista.
If they're, let's see. So they'd be back. Oh, you can't really see, but so back this direction.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay.
So if you are, if you want to attack them with a spell or something like that, you need to be back here on this part of the
Yeah.
ship.
Okay.
With the ballista, if you wanted to use that, you'll wait till the ship turns or something like that. But you could still hit them with that.
Okay. I do want to. I'm gonna move up to.
And then where we have this ballista up on the front of ours is where they've got their cannon, and the captain's just standing up there next to it. And they've got their Eldritch cannon up there, and then they have a couple of ballistas on the side of their ships. 2 ballistas here, one ballista here on the side, one over here on the side, and then they've got a catapult like yours, but about the same place that you've got yours. I'll have to just be able to click on that and see it.
All right. So I moved 30 feet
Okay,
back to the back of the ship.
great.
And so
put
so
Sully
their
up there, too.
ballista is on the front of their ship, Or-
Their ballistas are on the side,
on the side.
so they've been taking out the one that's actually being able to aim at you.
Okay.
And then at the front of the ship is that big cannon,
Okay. And the cannon's still manned.
just by the captain, just by Captain Ironsoul.
Okay.
And it seems like all he is doing is he's not loading it or anything like that. He's just simply when he touches it, it starts to glow and then fires off a second later.
Okay. I'm gonna throw
So
an
I'm putting all you
Eldritch-
guys back at the back of the ship.
Eldritch blast at the captain.
Oh, okay, great.
How far is he from the edge of the ship? And
So if you're back in there, he's about 60 feet away, and he is not close to the edge of the ship. He's at least 5 or 7 feet from a railing or something.
okay. Okay. Well, well, that is probably a miss. 11.
11 is a miss for him.
Okay.
Okay. But when you do that, he takes notice of you and wishes intently that he could actually turn the cannon and face it directly at you. The rest of the crew on your ship gets a chance to go first, and they're just going to shoot a barrage of crossbow bolts over. And that will take out about 4 people. Well, let me roll. That takes out 3 people over on their ship. Another barrage of crossbow bolts comes back. Let's see, what's your guys' each armor class?
Ooh, not great.
And 16.
You're hiding though, so they don't see you, right?
I hid at the beginning of my turn, then
Oh,
I
right,
threw,
right.
so I'm no
Okay.
longer technically hiding.
Okay.
I'd like to say I'm still by the barrels, but yeah, I'm not hiding.
11,
16 is my AC.
14?
I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay. And a 17.
Yeah, it's
Okay. That's 5 damage from a crossbow
Cool.
bolt that scares you off. And for the rest of the crew, you see just one person fall. So far you guys are doing better than but they have a bigger ship and more crew.
Yes. Yeah, we got to do a lot more. If we can.
Always a
We'll
bigger
see.
ship.
The captain, Iron Soul, is going to bring up a weapon of his own, and it is a pistol looking object that fires a smaller eldritch blast than his cannon, but looks very similar in what it spews out there.
Okay, the new goal is to let them board and then to take that.
And he's going to fire it at you.
Okay.
14. No,
Yeah.
sorry, 16.
That hits.
But
Hits.
your shield is still active.
My shield is still active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until the
It
end.
doesn't-
Until your
doesn't-
next turn.
All right.
All right.
So this blast just
Nice.
washes
I love
over a shield of energy right in front of you.
Nice.
Wow, that's so cool. What is that thing?
If I had time, I'd explain it right.
That's the best answer. He demands at you. He says, "Give it to me, or everyone aboard dies."
I will not give it to you.
And he gestures over, and the person back on the helm steers over so that the ship is now pointed directly at you. So next round they can take another shot at you with this big cannon.
Okay.
And he says, "It belongs to me."
Okay.
Does he want your little shield thingy? Is that what he wants? I don't blame him. I kind of want it too, but I'm not going to kill you for it.
No.
Oh,
All right, this turn, your ship enters this cloud,
Nice.
and the storm just washes over all of you.
nice.
The storm itself, as you enter in, it's like going through, just driving right into a fog, where 1 minute you can see out to the sides of the ship and behind you, and then the next minute everything just gets closed up.
That's always great for ships.
Well, when you're getting chased, it's not a bad day.
Well, if they have a faster ship, then hopefully they just don't run into
I
you.
lost the link. Where is
Mhm.
it at? Oh, here it is. Good deal. Storm. If anybody's interested in looking it up, that's listening to this now or later, they're heading into a storm of vengeance. Incarnate.
Oh,
This is a 9th level spell that just happens to be in effect in this whole area. The very first round that you enter, everybody needs to make a Constitution saving throw, as a bolt of lightning flashes over you, and then a roaring thunder crashes over the ship and just sends it reeling. The difficulty is it's just sitting around here. Nobody actually cast it, so we'll make it a 13. Constitution saving throw.
8.
8. That's not good enough.
No.
You find yourself deafened
Oh,
for
great.
5 minutes.
Okay.
19.
19. That's fine.
got a 3.
A 3. You are also deafened for 5 minutes.
Great.
As you are just this thunder just shakes you.
What?
Yep.
Nice. That's great.
Okay, so you have to spend the rest of this encounter here
Mhm.
not hearing
Okay.
what's going on. So
I will do my best.
Any choices you make, take that into account.
Sure.
As Sully starts shouting at people.
So, effect of my observant feat is that I can read lips if I can see the person and understand their language.
That will help out a lot.
Yes. Well, I still have to be looking at them.
Sully can't hear you back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but most of the rest of the crew, about half of the crew as well, is just holding their ears and trying to recover from this.
Cool.
Okay, this is the last chance that Captain Ironsoul is going to have before you see the ship, the shadow of the ship behind you, and you can see this green light up the storm, and this blast just rushes over. I guess it's not his turn. It's your guys' turn first.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see the silhouette of the ship behind you.
Just
What do you guys do? And
Um,
I'll save that roll for later.
very quickly, I will look at both of you. It was really loud.
Yes, it was.
What?
Can't hear me say that.
What? And then I'll touch both of them, and I'll give us psychic whispers, so we can communicate telepathically for the next 1 hour.
Okay. Somehow your telepathy still has some ringing.
Yeah, I do it. I would assume.
Is that included, or is that just...
Yes, it's so you two. So actually, you can't communicate with each other, but you can both communicate with me.
Okay.
It's no action, nothing special. You can just communicate with me telepathically for the next hour. And then I'd like to. I have a little pouch of ball bearings.
Okay.
I would like to just throw it at the shadow and just try to make them spread across the deck of their ship.
Okay. Let's put them at about 30 feet away now.
Okay.
So if you can throw that far, then
I mean, I can throw
go for it.
things pretty far.
What's your strength?
Oh, my strength is very little. It's 8. So there's that, which is great. I can throw a dagger 20 feet and then 60 feet at disadvantage.
Okay. If you can throw a dagger 60 feet, then you can throw these ball bearings, sure.
Okay, sure.
All right.
I'm just trying to hit the deck. I would prefer to get it where the captain was with the Eldritch Cannon, because I love the idea of him coming out of the fog, being on his butt. That just seems great to me. But
all right, make an attack roll.
great. At disadvantage.
Yes.
All right, sure. Do both of these. That's not terrible. Yeah. What ability score am I using for this? Dexterity, strength?
It's a dexterity range, just a range attack. So.
Sure. Okay. I'm not proficient with ball bearings, unfortunately.
No.
So that puts me to 12.
Okay. You are able to land them on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and they go rolling around the deck. You can hear him back there hitting the wood and stuff
Well,
like
I
that.
can't hear them.
Okay, no, you guess you can't.
Yeah.
Nobody actually hears them.
I don't know what happened.
You're pretty sure they end up on the deck.
Nice. All
There
right,
you
I'll
go.
take it. Yeah.
All right, Eddie.
Okay, so my question is, so currently we can see no targets on the ship, just the ship itself.
The ship is a big silhouette. You can see silhouettes of people
Okay.
on the ship. Yeah.
So I would be able, I'd be able to identify who the captain was?
The captain's the biggest one.
Okay.
The other, you probably wouldn't be able to identify anybody else.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask, because, and we're within 30 feet of the ship now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to why not give it a shot? I'm going to try to charm Iron Soul.
Classic.
From here.
Let me
That's
double check.
great.
Okay, he may be immune to these. I don't know. Oh, actually, aren't Warforged immune to charm and
I
frighten?
don't think
I
they're
don't
immune
think
to
so.
charm.
It's
actually.
frightened.
There we go. He has advantage against saving throws being poisoned and immune to disease. Can't put him to sleep, but you could try and charm him.
Okay.
I suppose.
This is what we're gonna try. So it's a 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Does he have an advantage on it because we're currently in combat?
Let me see. I think it is advantage. Yeah. If your companions are fighting, yeah, it has advantage. So it's probably pretty unlikely it's gonna work, but you never know.
Okay. Charm. Charm person.
Charm person.
All right. Charisma saving throw?
Wisdom
Wisdom.
at advantage because we're fighting.
No, he makes it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was. That was the first level spell. So that's about all I can do.
All right.
Besides hide behind my shield some more.
Nice.
Okay. Gwynethiel.
Now, we're not able to see any targets on the ship, just the ship, correct?
You can see the
This
ship and you can see silhouettes of people on them. The captain you can see for sure because he's
I
the biggest one there.
Okay.
sorry, I did say it was a. Is it okay if I oh, because I have to use that action. Never mind.
Okay,
Never mind.
all right.
Well, done.
Okay. I want to use Mind Sliver.
Okay.
On the captain. Cool.
Yeah. So he needs to make a intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw. He is not as intelligent as he is wise. That's a 14.
Yeah, that works.
That meets. Okay.
Dang it!
All
I wish I knew what that did because it sounded good.
It's such a cool spell. I love it.
Okay, he fires off one more shot at the ship. It does hit and rocks the ship at its full strength. Let's see what we got. You guys might be rowing to the rest of the way.
So
Ride the waves.
the ballista and that we have, did it already go?
Oh, I didn't have them fire back. We should. Yeah.
Because it's too
Somebody
close to
roll
the
a plus
catapult.
8 with that.
Go for it.
All right.
You really are more of a crewman than we are.
11.
11 is not a hit.
Dang.
11, 14, 20 against your helm is enough to. You see the navigator get knocked down, and the helm itself breaks away as you go careening now into the storm.
That's a
Out of
great thing to
control.
lose in the middle of a terrible
Yeah.
storm.
Okay, and you guys are also on the back of the ship there, and you take 4 eldritch damage.
Eldritch damage.
It's force damage, but
Sure. No, I like the sound of Eldritch damage.
Eldritch
That's
damage
very
is
cool.
cooler.
Yeah. Much more exciting.
all right. You are now. You start listing off deeper into the storm as the winds just take you off, and it actually separates you from their ship as the winds are buffeting them as well. And they disappear into the fog. This round, in the fog, though, you start getting pelted with acidic rain. As you can see steam start coming up from the wood around you and from the sails. Some of it's just burning through, making little holes in the sails. And each of you out on board take 4 acid damage
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're not looking great.
from that. What do you want to do this round? The other ship has disappeared into the darkness,
So we have no targets.
so you don't have any targets. You're getting pelted with acid, and you can see lightning flashing above you.
Okay. Do we have then the helm is destroyed?
The helm is broken.
It's broken.
So imagine there's a big rope, right? That comes up around the helm, and the wheel. The rope is still there. The wheel itself has kind of been shattered
Okay.
and in half. And so it would be very difficult to turn it. But you could try and make, if anybody had a mending, that would help. What else would help?
Not a spellcaster.
Just spending some turns trying to lash it back together.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely go and attempt to help aid someone who might have knowledge about this, like be the runner and just okay, let's get this thing repaired.
Okay. And the navigator is down
Oh.
you're near to hers.
I want to check on her.
Sorry, I
Is
do-
she
yeah, I
okay?
do. She is dying.
She's dying. I'll go ahead and just give her a healing word
Okay.
on my turn.
All right.
And that is 6 points.
Okay. That brings her back. And then the acid doesn't kill her after that, which is great. But the first mate, the captain yells at somebody to get her below deck, and starts yelling at people to take cover, and also just basically to start manning the lifeboats. And he orders a couple of people to grab some rope and start trying to fix the helm. You guys want to help out with that, or do you want to help out with the lifeboats?
I'll help out with the helm. That's what I said I was
Helm's
doing.
saying,
You're already healing somebody.
Oh,
just,
okay,
just this
sorry,
round.
sorry.
I'll help
Okay.
with the helm.
Okay. Helm or lifeboats for Sully?
You know, I don't know. I'm real close to going down, so I'm trying to figure out if I need to take cover myself. How about this? Did I see the direction that I saw the shadow of the ship kind of veer off in?
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to.
You can't hear.
Yeah, I'm deaf. So I'll
I was
dash.
gonna say you hear somebody go whoa and fall down, but you can't hear anything.
I'm gonna kind of dash over to that side of the ship.
Okay.
And then I'll just kind of closer up to the front of it. In fact, you know, if there is like a part of the ballista itself that in this chaos, I can just kind of like duck underneath and just like take cover from the acid rain and just keep an eye out in that area and just hope that I can see them. I'll be the first person to see them before they see us.
Okay.
Is the ballista loaded?
Roll a die. Evens it is, and odds it's not.
7.
Ah, sorry.
I'll take an action to load the ballista if I
Okay.
can.
All right. Make a strength check.
My forte.
Oh, it's the ballista, not the catapult, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then you're okay.
Oh, thank goodness,
It-
because that was a
it's-
5.
Okay. It is heavy for you, but obviously a gnome was manning this before. You slide a spear up into it and start cranking the thing back.
All right. Just keep
Okay.
it out.
Let's make an intelligence check to try and fix up the.
Now, healing word is just a bonus action. So
Oh, it is?
could I
Oh,
still aid
sorry, yeah.
as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
just
could.
as quick.
So you can make it with
Oh,
advantage then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 15.
Okay. You get lashed back together half of the helm, half of the wheel, and you've got it lashed to this big log that everything rolls around on, to where you can start to you just heave on it and go one direction or the other with a lot of effort. There is lightning that's starting to hit the ground off to the starboard of the ship. And so let's have you guys make a strength check to just heave on this improvised wheel and try and get you
Everybody?
guys, whoever's up, you two.
The two of us?
The
Is
two
it
of us.
an
You
aid
can-
situation or just
Um,
want me to
Yeah,
roll
let's
as
do
well?
it. Let's do it with advantage. Whoever has the highest strength, and then
I have a -1 on
Okay.
strength, so.
Uh,
the captain's going to
18?
help out as well. Yeah, an 18 works.
okay.
So the captain's a gnome. He's not helping too much, but he's down at the bottom, pushing up, and you guys are heaving on the top of it, and you pull the ship off to the port just in time to see lightning strike a wave this round, just right where you would have been. It just flashes right over the mast and just hits the water.
Good
You
work,
can
you
see-
guys. That's awesome.
You can see shadows below the water of beasts swimming underneath it, and there were lit up sharks and stuff like that.
This
that are
is
lit
so
up
awesome.
in the light. And that's what the storm does this round, is try and hit you with lightning.
One other forest gnome I've ever played died to a shark. So
Did it really?
yeah, this will be really thematic if that happens again.
Okay. The wind is picking up this round. What do you guys want to do
Is there any sign of the other ship?
this round? There is not.
Okay.
You're not deafened, right?
No.
You hear crashing and thundering, and the last thing you hear is people yelling and over the storm. You can kind of hear just this other ship, but it's fading away.
Oh, they didn't dare enter.
In the distance.
Okay. What else can we do to spare the ship? Are the sails going to be okay?
The sails are getting buffeted around. So let's say that we need some people to try and tighten down the ropes that are on the sails. Some of them are in really bad repair from the acid, but in general, there are a couple of them that are just waving around and you get tied back down again.
Okay.
Why don't you use, you're holding up there and you're with the captain, and he's, you're the only one that's big enough right now to give out orders. So let's make either a persuasion or intimidation check to get crew members up and going at what they need to do.
Can I shout these from the helm?
Yeah, so you two are still heaving on the helm and trying to keep it away from the lightning.
That's 18 for intimidation.
Okay. You get...
Could I help and do...
Yeah.
I'd like to cast Calm Emotions.
Okay.
So everyone within 60 feet of me, if they are afraid,
All right.
that should... Or if they're angry or whatever else, you should calm their emotions
Oh, okay.
and help them focus. It's
Cool.
a second level spell, so...
This is a good time to use that.
Yeah.
I was about to say, well, why don't you use that before when you're trying to convince people to go in? But this is probably a better time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good that you saved that.
It's kind of an interesting... Because I... Anyway, yeah.
All right, so Mark, roll 2d6 instead of 1d6.
Okay.
We'll see how many people start working on that.
Oh my gosh. 4.
Okay, well,
D6s are terrible
yeah, those are not great.
tonight.
But still, that's enough to get one of the sails
Okay.
under control. You've got 2 people heaving on ropes and throwing them up there. So that's, you guys are doing that. Sully, are you...
All right.
This turn?
Yeah, I have the ballista ready. It's kind of pointing in that general direction. I'm kind of taking out cover underneath. I have no idea where the ship is. I'm just keeping a lookout. Looking around the ship, do I see anyone that's in dire need of assistance or anyone that's on the ground?
Yes, like I said, about a half of the crew around there is still stumbling around. They can't hear very well. They're yelling at each other, and a couple of them are down, have been shot or just
Gotcha.
knocked down from the acid.
Okay. In that case, not really knowing anything about ships, I'd like to go around to just a few of the people who are down and just try to see if anyone is on the verge of death, see if I can help them stay on the light side of the veil.
Don't go towards the
Yeah.
light. Don't go towards the light. Okay. Make a medicine check.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, you're able to help 2 people.
Nice, all right.
And you help them and get them down below deck where the cook is waiting down there and helping people, bring people down and bandage people up as they come down.
Cool.
Cook slash doctor now.
Sure. As do I just tell them, think about how cool the story's gonna be. I can't hear you if you're blind, but this will be so awesome. Just trying to do that.
That's great. The cook is wondering why you're shouting so loud, but Bruno, it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's great.
Okay. This round, hail starts to pelt down on the ship. We need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw to dive for cover.
Good at.
And again, it's a 13.
5.
Holy crap.
I got an 18.
Are you going to
17.
die?
My saving throws are bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to be okay, I think.
Okay.
Depends on how much damage you're throwing out. But we'll see.
6.
6, okay.
Yep.
I got a 17.
Okay, that's fine.
18.
18. All right, you guys dive for cover, and you're able to avoid these golf ball sized hailstones that are now falling down on the ship. Let me look something up really quick. Oh, that's right. Okay. This round is kind of exciting. You see, as lightning is hitting the water around you, you see a very large shadow underneath it, underneath the waves. And Eddie probably spots it first. You've got an 18, right?
Yeah, 18
On your
perception.
Perception.
Passive perception.
You see this shadow veer over towards you, and you see a giant claw come up and grab the edge of the ship and pull itself up.
Oh, shoot.
As this
I have to fight monsters on top of it.
as this giant choll
Okay.
pulls itself up onto the ship.
All right.
Let me bring this one up for you. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Okay,
How big is this choll?
it is large size, and here it is for you. So kind of half crab, half squid, or half shrimp, half crab, half shrimp. But the largest crab shrimp you've ever seen pulls itself up over the side of the ship. I'm going to plop it down right here.
I love seafood.
You guys are good at finding meals from the stuff you kill. All right, and we're going to roll initiative for it. We're going to keep your guys' old initiative. And it's going to go on a 5. So not great for
Perfect.
hit, but you guys will get to go first. And let me go get that choll. This one you got to remember it's spelled with 2 U's and not 2 L's. Okay. All right, we start with Sully. You see this giant monster come up at you. You are close to the ballista still, I just realized.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. I think it's pointing the other direction right now, but just push it aside, and I don't know if it's a seat I hop in or if it's just a lever to pull, but.
Okay, we're going to ask you to take a full round to aim it at this thing.
Sure.
Because it's pointed off the side of the boat here, and you've got to get it turned all the way around and back at the deck, which, is probably against the rule book. If Weasel was there to tell you.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'll take a full action and do that. Can I make a bonus action hide after it's pulled there? So
Yeah.
that, like, to put it in between the troll and I so it doesn't see me?
Yes, make a stealth check. Let's see what his perception is. 4.
It's cocked. Oh, natural 20 for
Nice.
very high number, 27.
Okay. All right. You swing it over and then dive and duck down behind it. Okay. The troll doesn't seem to be focused on you, but it does seem to be like sniffing the air with these tentacles that are, and it's looking around.
Nice.
Okay, Eddie,
Okay, so how far away am I from it?
you're at the back of the ship there,
Okay.
and it's up there.
Oh, I guess I should.
Actually, you're not at the back of the ship. My bad. You are up by the helm, and this girl is down below now.
Okay. So I'm about 35 feet is what it looks like.
Yep.
Ish. Okay, I will.
Let's get all you guys up there. Let's put the first mate down here. He's going to try and, distract it. It's not going to work, but
Okay.
okay.
I will get out my coin, flip it, and cast a spiritual weapon as a bonus action.
Great.
To appear in this square.
Got it.
Okay. And then it says that with a bonus action I can attack with it.
Yes.
But I can use my action to attack with it, right?
Right.
Cast bonus action. I guess it said when I cast a spell I make attack. Okay,
Yes,
so I'll go ahead and make
it's part of the- it's part of the
part of the
attack.
spell. So,
Yeah.
so here comes the attack roll. So 17 plus 5, so 22.
Here's this flying coin around. That's what your spiritual weapon is, right?
Spiritual gigantic coin comes in and then spins and whack,
so
hits
cool.
it.
That's brutal.
Tell me the attack again.
22 to hit.
22 is a hit.
Okay, and it does. I think it's a D8. Yeah, D8. So 9 points of damage.
9. Great. That's a good thwack.
Yeah.
And it fixates on this
Good. On the
on
coin.
this coin,
Good.
and it's going to try and eat it.
Nice. Go for it.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. See how that goes for it.
And then, so that was my bonus action.
Yes.
As my action, I should have done that first. I'm going to invoke duplicity
Okay.
and put that illusion right in front of it, just going like this. So
Okay.
hopefully it'll attack him as well, or attack the illusion.
Great.
What's that game where like you have two people and they both like pull the zip tie through the thing that spins around? You watch them kind of clash.
Beyblade or something.
Beyblade, that's it. That's what I think of when I think of your
When you think
spiritual
of
weapons.
spiritual weapon, yeah, it's just
Something
like
going back and forth, yeah.
All right. Quintio,
Um,
giant Chol has just pulled itself up onto the ship.
okay, I'm going to use Hexblade's Curse on the Troll,
Okay.
and then attack with Eldritch Blast.
Great. What does the curse give you?
+2 to damage,
Nice.
and if I score a critical hit on a 19 or a 20.
Cool.
And I'm sure I missed. That's, I think, 11.
Yeah. That blast just goes right over it, or right past it, as it's spinning around, trying to figure out what this coin is doing. It's going to try and grab the coin. Well, a couple other people make some attacks against it. They'll try and shoot it. That's a miss. That's a miss too.
Well, they're all so calm.
They're so calm now. They're calmly watching.
Well, I got to
this
make
thing.
sure that I don't. That duplicity doesn't take concentration. I don't think it does. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Because calm emotions is in effect because it's a concentration spell.
Does your coin? Is it?
No,
is that a
it
concentration?
is not. No.
Oh, nice.
Spiritual weapons so nice.
Spiritual weapon is probably one of the best cleric spells in 5e. Just for all of its uses.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of them. It's good.
The Chul sniffs at this coin, and then almost like it's sensing a trail back to you
Okay.
from the coin. It starts walking over this way, and it's going to come back and try and eat you, basically.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to move all the way back into here and just reach up and try and pluck you off of the
right.
quarter deck there.
This could be bad.
Just don't let it hit you.
I'm trying.
All right, nice.
Okay. Pincer attack. 12.
That's a miss.
15.
That's a miss.
No.
That was 16. My cloak of protection
Oh,
is the only
that's
reason
right.
that I have a 16.
just
Because I had a
got
15 prior.
The cloak of protection.
Yeah, I got the cloak of protection.
Nice.
Those are 9 plus a
Good.
6. All right. He is not going to grab you and grapple you then. So you deftly dodge beneath these pincers that are coming up over.
I'd like
The
to
edge
imagine
of
that
you.
the cloak went and like slapped it out of it. Hit the hand and kept it from
That's
getting
really
me.
cool. Yeah.
Okay, and then it's Sully's turn. You've got a ballista pointed back at the back of the ship.
Thrash this thing, man. Oh no, it's pointed at the ship.
In all my 23 years of life, this is what it has come down to.
All right, the ballista, you'll make a ranged attack roll with it.
Okay.
And then if you hit, it does a lot of damage. It does what did I say? 3d10?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
what I rolled was
3d10.
3d10.
3d10
Nice.
damage.
Because I'm hidden, do I have advantage if it does not see me?
Sure.
Oh, thank you. That's great. All right, here we go. Does a that's a 15?
A 15 is a miss.
No, that's so sad. All right,
Okay. Sorry.
nah, it's okay.
All right. This spear smashes into the captain's cabin. And
Oh
just-
no, you broke the captain's
halfway
cabin.
through the wall. Just-
I bonus action hide and try to creep away, get away from the scene of the crime.
Take
It
a
wasn't
hide check.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Add a psionic die to that one. 19.
Okay, he turns around when he sees the spear come
The
at
Chol?
him. Yeah, the Chol turns around and he's looking right at you.
He did say he tried to bonus action hide, but I guess if he's being observed, you
Yeah,
can't do that, right?
It got a 19, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 to see him.
Oh.
So I don't know what his plus
Nice.
is, but I didn't even look.
I
His,
don't know if I don't use that.
was it wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom.
Okay, so you guys tied.
Nice. Yeah,
Okay,
that's a great way to go for me.
Eddie.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, it's my turn.
yep.
Okay, so my spiritual weapon, I think, is because I have to
You
use
move
a
it as a
20. I have to move it as a bonus action up to 20 feet,
right.
and then it's another bonus action to attack. But I'll just replace my my action with the bonus action.
Does
to
it?
attack.
Read it real quick because I think it makes an attack after it moves.
After it moves? Oh, let me check.
I'm sorry,
the weapon.
I'm sorry that I.
As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the
It's-
weapon. And repeat the
Okay.
attack.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So
all right.
I'll move it 20 feet,
I'll find it now.
repeat the attack.
Okay,
There you go.
good. As long as you
Get a 16 to hit.
Nope. Well, do I have advantage because the spiritual weapon is flanking it with me?
Flanking.
I'm just asking.
That doesn't give you advantage though.
Flanking? If you well, I mean, it's up.
It gives the rogue the sneak attack bonus, but I don't think it gives you advantage to.
I think flanking's a
Flanking,
variant rule.
it is a
but
variant rule.
Also,
I play
think it has to be
play
a
it.
creature that
Does
is
it?
doing
Okay.
it, not a.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then that's I
What
rolled
do
a
you do
2.
for your
There's-
full action?
For my action, I guess I could cast another spell. Let me see what I have because we'll just do that because I can't take a hit from this thing. So I will cast guiding bolt at. No, I'll just do it at first level. It
Are
doesn't
you
make any
loading up
sense to me.
the ballista again?
I assumed it was an action to do.
Yeah, you would need somebody else to help you out with that probably.
Yeah. So
Okay.
So here comes the my guiding bolt.
All right.
17
That's
to
a
hit.
hit.
Okay. Try 3 other 6-sided dice and see if we can come up with something better. Oh, there we go. 14.
Ooh, nice.
was that 3d6? I think?
It was just 3d6. You're right. I need to roll one more.
Oh, okay.
So that actually makes it 14, 21.
So how much
No,
more?
I'm
7
sorry.
more?
No. 5 more. So 19.
5 more. Okay.
Sorry.
I already did the math. I just need more.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, got it. He did not like that at all. He stumbles under that attack, and now he's glowing too. The next attack against him. is-
No. That's guide. That's
That's
sacred.
guiding
That's
bolt.
sacred flame.
No,
guiding
that's
bolt.
guiding
Is it?
bolt,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Thought
he's
that
kind
was
of glowing
sacred
a little bit in the rain now.
Ooh.
For everybody else, he is going to come. Speed is 30.
Did our good friend?
Oh, I missed you.
get a
Sorry,
turn?
Quinthiel.
Yeah.
Quinthiel. Sorry.
So I have advantage for my
Yes.
Eldritch Blast, right?
Yep.
Blast him.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah.
That's a 14. Oh my goodness. 14.
14 is a miss.
I know. All the boys rolled a 6 and a 9, and I was so sad. If we just want to hit.
Okay.
I keep putting my hands in front of my face. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm doing it, and I'm not even noticing. I'm
Noticing
doing it
it.
until I look at myself on the stream, and then I'm going like this, and it's like no one can even see me.
Okay. Sully. Not Sully. Eddie. What's your armor class again?
16.
Oh, he gets you the second time.
Okay.
So he swipes at you once, and as you're rolling out of the way, another claw comes right down on top of you.
Okay.
It's going to do +4, 6 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and grapple you. The escape is a 14
If I try to
if you try to escape from it.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's bringing you close to its tentacles.
Sweet.
You need to make, as its tentacles start to wrap around you, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm really good at those.
Eddie, you're so good at those. You got this.
Do you have any bonuses against poison?
Nope.
Okay.
13.
That's a make.
Oh, whoo!
Um,
Because usually poison damage is really ugly.
you feel sluggish, and your arm starts to twitch a little bit, but you're able to shake it off. But it's got its tentacles just.
All up in my face.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, and it's Sully's turn.
Okay, not wanting anyone to associate me with the ballista, I'm not going to try using it again. Someone else on the crew did that. I don't know, but I will charge forward and start to throw some condensed bolts of psychic energy.
Okay.
So I'll just move a little bit closer down the stairs, probably. It's about right here, and then I'll start to throw. So the first one. Not good. It's an 11 to hit.
That's a miss.
I'll use my bonus action to throw another one.
Okay.
15.
That's a miss too.
Yeah. I'm not rolling very good at all.
All right, Eddie.
Would my presence by any chance have given him advantage?
You're being grappled right now.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I only
Okay.
get advantage if I'm hiding. Don't get the other thing.
That's fine. I will use my bonus action this time to move my duplicate over. And when my duplicate is within 5 feet of a creature, that does give me advantage.
Okay.
So then I'll hit with the spiritual weapon with advantage.
All right.
So 23.
That's a hit.
And the spiritual weapon was D8.
This coin is the only thing that's been smacking it. So
5 damage from the...
Oh, no, you hit it with.
I hit it with the guiding bolt too,
Yeah.
yeah. So 5 damage from the
Okay.
spiritual weapon.
Got it.
And then I will cast my last spell slot as a 2nd level guiding bolt right into his face, which I should have advantage with that as well from the
I
duplicate
think you also have disadvantage though because
I'm grappled, so I get straight.
It's
So I get a straight roll.
Yep.
22,
That's a hit.
and that will be 5d6 this time.
Oh.
Better kill it. It probably won't. 9, 10, 17.
17. Plus 28. Now we gotta do real math. 35. 45. 45.
Yeah.
Okay. It is Glinthiel's turn.
Does the helm still need maintaining?
Not at this point. I mean, there's no
The ship's not coming after us. So.
Yeah.
All right. But I would have advantage again.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
attacking with the...
Yeah, guiding
Okay.
bolt.
I'm going to throw another Eldritch Blast. Does 21 hit?
Yes.
Oh, cocked. Natural 20.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so...
Get that damage going.
10, and 8 plus 2, 13. 13 damage.
Okay. All right. It is stumbling around from that and just reeling, barely holding on to Eddie.
Sweet.
But it's going to start moving back and trying to drag you back into the ocean now.
Oh, okay.
As part of my attack, I want to use Grasp of Hadar.
Okay. What does that do?
It just pulls him 10 feet towards me.
Oh, great. Then it tries to move, and it just gets smacked up against the railing there as you pull it back.
Thank goodness.
Eddie is saved for another round.
This is so exciting.
You weren't supposed to hear that because I didn't want you to take mercy or something. It is what it is.
It's going to try and crush you.
Okay.
So it's going to squeeze at you. You're already grappled, so you're taking damage.
Oh, okay.
And
If it's auto, I have 1 hit
So,
point.
yeah.
So,
you just took 8.
okay. I am unconscious.
Okay. And it tosses you to the side.
Okay.
All right, and then Sully's
That
turn.
also means that the spiritual weapon disappears, and the
duplicate guy.
duplicate
Okay.
disappears, and calm emotions
Disappears.
Boom.
Panic settles over the crowd.
Okay. We're gonna move that away for a minute. All right. Sully.
Yep, I am going to.
I'm about to do a death save.
Actually, is anyone standing next to the creature now? Is anyone around it?
There's some people right. Yeah, we'll say whoever's this guy is right here is still
Okay.
standing right there.
Cool. All right. I'm trying to blend myself in with Wood, the craziness, waiting for the opportune moment. As that guy standing next to it, the troll is probably looking the direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna run forward and make some melee attacks with my psychic energy, condensing both of them at the same time and just going in for it.
Okay.
One on each.
So we'll put you right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect. So religion 1 first. It's an 11, and then bonus action attack.
Okay.
Oh, finally. Okay, that's a 19 plus 5.
A 19 plus 5 is a hit.
That's great. And then because there's someone standing next to it, I get my sneak attack damage.
Yes.
So, not great. That is 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay. That's pretty good, actually. All right. Eddie, you make a death save for us.
16.
All right.
So that's a success.
One success. You see him moaning as he rolls round back and forth on the deck as the seas are churning and just flopping his body back and forth. And Gwynthil, you're up.
All right. Would he be where I could maybe try and free him from?
He's dropped him.
He dropped
Yeah.
him. Oh,
Yeah.
He's dropped him now.
I'm just laying on the deck, sloshing around.
Feeling the water
He
pour down your
wanted
face.
a meal.
acid.
Now he's
Yeah.
mostly focused on just getting out. And the tools are attracted to magic.
okay.
And so now that you're not so magical anymore.
Took out the source of magic, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll throw another Eldritch Blast, and I miss.
Okay. Kind of dazed and confused now, the tool is going to try and just make his way off. Maybe he wants a bite still. Your psionics aren't magic necessarily, but he will take a swipe at you as he tries to climb back over the edge.
Respectable. I do the same.
So he gets a 17.
Yeah, that will
To hit.
hit. Yeah.
Is that plus? Oh, it's plus 6. He gets a 19 to hit.
Nice.
Even better.
And he's going to try and grapple you. And I want you to roll to escape.
Okay.
Make an acrobatics roll. And make it with advantage.
Okay. Ooh, 1 is a natural 1, so that would have been bad. I got a 15.
A 15 is better than his 14 escape DC.
Nice. I was gonna say I am willing to use a psionic die to bolster that if I have to.
Out of somewhere deep inside you, Sully leaps off the railing and swings himself back around. I don't know if you can see me moving stuff. You can't, can you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so
represent
Sully
me.
grabs onto the
Nice.
rail, swings himself back around, and knocks this guy over.
I'm
Can't
sorry.
be perfect. Can't be perfect.
I didn't hear you there.
As the tool swipes at you, and then tries to climb, and then climbs over the edge and disappears back into the deep, with its barely 13 hit points left.
If no is okay, but as it leaves my range, would I be able to take an attack of opportunity at it?
Yeah, it's his turn.
Is that okay? All right.
Kill it.
I would really love to. Nah, I didn't get it.
Your magic enough is just to get you around and get you out of the way.
Yeah.
And Sully is leveled up to level 4.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
Great.
Okay, and Eddie, make a death saving throw.
2.
Okay. It's actually Sully's turn, but that's one failure.
Yep.
And the troll is back into the deep. The storm is starting to lessen,
Oh, thank goodness.
and you're finally coming into clearer skies as the winds continue to push you at frenetic speeds, faster than you've ever been on a boat like this before.
Sure.
And suddenly the clouds wash over you, and you see an island off in the distance to your right, and as you've drifted all the way down further south than you had even thought have, and the seas start to calm a little bit.
Sure.
Eddie's still dying though.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do with that?
As you're in your thralls of consciousness, you hear in your head, "Are you doing okay, buddy? Eddie, are you?"
Flatline, you hear nothing.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I guess I'll run over and I'll try
Is
to.
that what you hear psychically when somebody's...
Yeah, exactly.
I'll try
It's a
to
dial tone.
stabilize. I'll try to stabilize Eddie. If that's okay.
A busy tone, I guess.
Okay. Make a medicine check.
14.
Okay. You are able to get him stabilized
Cool.
back to 1,
1 hit point.
or was it 0 hit points? It's 1
I think it's
unconscious.
0.
It's 0 or something
Yeah,
like that.
I don't
Anyway.
know exactly, but yeah, I'm not.
You're not up and moving, but you're
I'm not
you're
doing
not
saving
making
throws,
death saving
yep.
throws anymore. The crew is ecstatic that the sea has calmed down and they've made it completely across the vein of calamity. They are helping people up off the boat or off the deck, and getting people down below. People from down below are coming up to check on people. You see people with bandages wrapped around their heads and whatnot. But for the most part, the crew is ecstatic. The captain is still trying to work the wheel and get the ship off, and it's laboriously headed towards this island in the distance. And he looks down at all of you and is cursing under his breath, and he says, "This goes for you too. You all are getting off of my ship as soon as we touch land, and we'll end it there for tonight."
Perfect. We're alive! Eddie, you're alive!
Okay, so where do you want? I'll leave it like this. I don't. I don't know. You can tell us before next session whether there's a long
you're
rest
out
or
of danger, and so you'll
Okay.
get a long rest
Okay. Before any other danger
before
may
anything
occur.
else happens. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
How much of the crew was lost?
Yeah, did we lose
Let's
any
get
lives?
Let's get a percentile. You guys got their morale up pretty well, so we'll give them a bonus for that. And we'll take off. I rolled 12. That's not too bad. So
Nice.
we'll take 5 off of that and say only 7 people out of 25 crew.
Only
25.
7?
Only 7. Only 7 died.
Okay.
Everybody's injured.
And I would
or
use any
something.
healing capacity I have to help people out after I become.
Oh, is that including the 2
able
people? The 2 people I helped out earlier.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, they're okay. Good. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Philip, for being here. It was
Yeah,
a good
thanks.
thank you, Philip. Yes,
I'm so
definitely.
sorry we got you fired from your new job, but
Oh, that's all right. I'll find it.
you probably, should figure that stuff out before you keep going back on the sea.
All right. So we'll see everybody next week on Monday again.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Okay.